It's time to Baron! How's it going, Underhive? Time to war. It's time to wash. Hey, Texas Warsmith, how's it going? Yeah, plan today is paint, build, and paint. We'll see how far into that I get. So my plan is to put soft tone on the peasants, and then build the last 4 barricades, and then start working on painting the 4 that I've built. Sound like a good plan? A little bit of back and forth, a little bit of painting, a little bit of building. Yeah. Also, since I count painted differently than based, I'd have, what, 16, 17 models painted at the end of the night? Right? Yeah, 16. 16 of them will be painted. Not based, but at least it's one step further, right? So, that's my goal. Yeah. Forth and back? Yeah. Not today. I'm gonna go almost pure tone on this. I'm gonna have a wet brush when I'm going into it, but I don't know how dark it's actually going to be, but it's gonna be what it is. Worst case scenario is they're dirtier than normal, right? Dirty peasants, yeah. Like, oof. Sorry. Not focused. Pulling it closer doesn't help if it's not in focus. Like, that's gonna add some nice dark recesses and everything. So, yeah. Thanks. I figured soft tone would be the right depth of wash. I didn't want to overdo it. Mustache! Yeah. Yep. Yep. The peasants are finally taking a wash. Yeah, I think as far as a gaming piece goes, that is going to be a nice little bit of dirt and grime. It's not overpowering. And it should add a little bit of character to it. So, that's it. That's what I plan on doing. 116. Ooh. But yeah, I think that's an acceptable amount of wash. If it tints things down a little bit, it's okay. So, yeah. I'm gonna put these over here for the moment. So I have a little bit of extra space. Because I'm just gonna put the models from here over to here to dry. And yeah, I might be going a little bit heavy with this. I'm okay with that. How else is it going to build the depth? You're not using a nice amount of shade, right? A nice amount of soft tone. Gotta wake up the badgerinos. Yeah. I'm awake. Hello. Yeah, that adds quite a nice amount of recess shading. Okay, that did not go off. That's interesting. Why did that not go? Yeah, why didn't it go off? It's the first time that's happened. Okay. Well, now I'm really confused.
Trapdoor! Trapdoor! Trapdoor was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. I mean, he was just a dragon. But he was still Trapdoor! Trapdoor! Burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants, burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages! Thatched roof cottages! And the trapdoor comes in the night!
Yes, I need some thatched roof cottages. I have an idea. We'll see about that. So it's Homestar Runner, Strong Bad. And as far as solo I could recommend, I haven't really looked into very many of them yet. One of the reasons why I'm painting these guys is I want to look into Frostgrave. I know there are ways to play it solo, and I haven't actually played Eldfall Chronicles, but I have a bunch of minis for that. That can be played solo, or co-op, or versus. I think several of the Snarling Badger games are solo or co-op, as well as versus. I don't know if all of them. Oh, I know not all of them are, but I haven't looked into those either. Like, I don't own any of these things. Don't know for certain how they run. But yeah, the Aces box for Alpha Strike is supposed to be able to be run solo. I own it, I just haven't played it yet. Trader's Toll? I don't know about that one. You needed a Trogdor to cook all the meat? Great. Oh yeah, I guess there is solo kill team. Yeah. So I own a couple of solo play, but I haven't actually tried some of them. I spend more time just sitting here painting than solo playing. Ah, pictures. Let me finish this model wash real quick, and then I'll look at that. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's great. That looks great. Ah. Yeah, I've been a little distracted with several other projects, and if you saw the video I did yesterday, I said that I had to stop what I was working on just so I could finish a project. It had been like 2.5 weeks since I had actually finished something. And I just went, I need to actually get something done. Have I played Doom for... it's 1490 Doom? And no, I haven't. Again, I spend most of my time painting minis and not as much time playing. And honestly, I think I like it that way. I want to play more, but I also don't want to paint less, and that's a hard one to do, you know? Adding more things to your list of things to do without removing something actually gets a little bit into the uh, scheduling aspect. So... it's like, why can't days have 48 hours in them, right? But yeah, I would like to get into playing more games. I really want to get more Dropplate Commander and Battletech, really. Like, if I could leave stream and go play one game, like after stream, I think that would be what I would want to play. I would want to do one of those two. Not that there's a lot of places to go or people to play against at, 10 at night, but those would be where I'm looking at right now, game-wise. Yeah. Again, I played a little bit of Kill Team 2018, and then completely ignored 21 until, well, other than buying some models, because cool models. And I've considered playing the Kill Team 24 several times, but I have some painted the little forces, but I only have 4 more models to paint for my battle force that I worked on. The Saruman and Rima and the Palantir are the only things that I still have to paint from that box. But I've never played the game. But it does mean that I have some orcs if I ever want to play a fantasy game and have these guys versus orcs. I got the battle force and I started working on it, and the new edition came out and they removed some of the characters and everything, and I was waiting for the updated rules to come through because it was like a 2-part release or something, and then just never got back into looking at the new rules. So I have the spearmen and the bowmen and the ranger, the rangers and the warriors or whatever they are for the, and just, yep, that's it. But they've just been sitting there painted for what, 2 years now almost. I've seen it played twice in person. Yeah. I definitely prefer the painting aspect most of the time. Like, I do like when I get to play with the models that I've painted. That is part of the fun. Not just sitting in the display cabinet forever. But at the same time, being able to sit here and just paint definitely has some benefits. But I also know a lot of people have been out doing other things this summer. It's been a little bit slow, so hopefully once fall comes in and winter, I'll be able to get more games in with people. You were basically unaware games like this existed at the beginning of the summer? Yep. The fact that there are so many different games out there, and yet very few of them are even known beyond Games Workshop. Kinda sad. It's like, there's so many cool things out there. Yeah. No, I think if you really look around, you can find other people playing other games. I just think that it's not as to find. Killiam. I like Killiam. That must be a turnip 28 alternative, right? Campaign book. Turnip 28 campaign book. Killiam. Yeah, the solo play stuff has definitely become more of a thing. Rangers of Shadowdeep? Okay. Yeah. I actually like how much darker the linen is getting. I think it's still well within the color range that I chose. I don't think I need to go through and re-highlight. I could, but I'm not going to. Uh, yeah, I haven't really been to the one game shop for a while. Like, I think I've been there 3 times in the last 3 months, just because of Armageddon and post, well, I guess pre edition change. People were off doing other things for a couple of weeks, and yeah, just haven't been getting as many games in, but I don't really feel too much negativity to that. Uh, hello. Oh, yeah, I understand, Underhive. Yeah. Yep, just dirtying up the peasants with their wash. Ugh. Yeah, I think this fall, the closer game store is going to try to get some Stargrave going. And I'm going to try to teach some Drop Fleet Commander and Battletech there. I'll probably make a couple of days where it's an open play type thing, and I'll have a demo table going. I have more experience with Battletech than Drop Fleet, but I think I have enough knowledge to do a demo game. Worst case scenario, I'll get a couple more games in on my own, practice it before that. But I think it would be really fun, and getting more games in the closer store would be a very good thing. Thanks. I definitely paint a lot. Mango Loco. Oh yeah. Did you actually get food eventually earlier today? Or did you just keep on using the machine? Okay. I was kind of worried after, what was it, like an hour? You said you were gonna go get food, and then you hadn't? Uh... For those wondering, Underhive and I watch another stream earlier in the day on Tuesdays. So, you're your own distraction card effects? Fair enough. Fair enough. Ah. Only 4 more, and then I can move on to building. Ooh, yeah, I gotcha. The Voton unit that I'm working on, is very large, and I've been sorely distracted by several other projects that I would kind of rather be working on right now, but I said one a month, and it's almost the end of the month, and I need to keep working on it. So I have, but doesn't mean I don't want to do something else. Yes, I'm going to do all the basing and tuft after. So these guys are technically done being painted after the wash is dry. And then I'll take care of the bases all at once. Because it's going to be the texture paste and tufts and flowers. And all of that is kind of messy, and I don't want to do that in multiple stages. I want to just do all of it all at once, so I don't have to do the cleanup multiple times. But I can show off what I'm planning to use. So there's no purpose in why I chose this one. It's just I chose the thick mud Russian, the Russian thick mud. This is a brand new container. I'll have plenty for Baron's War, and everything is going to be done in the Russian mud. It's going to be really dark, but I then have a nice selection of different tufts I can use in different colors. And I have different flowers to decorate on them. So I don't know if I'll do one flower, or I'll probably do 2 different flowers on one of the retinue and 2 on the other. But it doesn't really matter. I wanted to do a whole bunch of different colors. I don't usually use the flowers, and I thought it would be good. And I have moss and light green and dark moss and dry green and copper in there, and so I can do pretty much whatever. But flowers and Russian mud are the 2 primary things. The wood elves for using the flowers? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have 4 different types of flowers, so I might do 2 and 2. Just for the variety of colors. Or I might do 1 of each. You know, just 1 on retinue. But I think 2 different colors might be better. I don't know. We're not there yet. But I'm planning on figuring out a tuft color. Well, probably 2 or 3 tuft colors that I like, and doing an assortment. So some of them will have all 3 colors, some will have, 2 of them. Just a nice variety. They're not huge bases. They're 25mm. The model's already taking up a decent chunk of it, but there's still enough space for some variety. So But I also figured that the mud would work well over the um, puddle base. I can just fill in the space between the rim and the puddle and a little bit over it, and then just decorate as necessary. So, because that puddle base and rim should be able to be nice and smooth, you know, just go right across, and then just a little bit over it. And I might do a brown base rim, you know, a dark brown base rim, because, you know, I primed them that color. So, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm putting wash on the first 16 out of the, what, 53 models? Like, there's still a long way to go, and if I wanted to have this done by the end of summer, I have less than a month to finish this. I might not be able to finish it all on, you know, at my current rate. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this is part 8, so we're, what, 22 hours in? Just about? So, everything is built. 16 models are painted. I mean, I think... I don't know. We'll see. Once I get the next batch done, not this particular one, I should be able to get a better average on how long it's going to take to finish painting everything. So... I'm also not going to rush through it. But yeah, always have more models to paint, you know? Alright. That is 16 models with watch on them. Aha. And I didn't quite run out. So, that was good. Not a whole lot of waste in there. because I am keeping track. I only have that much more before I need to get another bottle of this. I think I can get soft tone easily enough at the shop. All right. These move over here. And we finally get to update that. And if all goes well, this will get updated as well. All right. Here we go. That wasn't bad. That was less than an hour on the wash. I still don't know why they didn't give enough stakes for everything. The builds have so many spots for these, and yet you only get 4 total. Not that building stakes would be that hard to do, but just feels weird. Have the picture instructions. Yeah. You're given 4. You can use up to 9 on the 4 bases. Yeah. So technically you could use up to 18 of them. And they give you 4. But I guess that's the most space that they had available, you know? I really do like that you get the breads and the fishes and the carrots and the sausages and the cabbages, chickens and the potatoes and the bread instead. You know? I mean, at least they make it worthwhile. I'm gonna have all of those extra bits to do the market stall when I start building the second set of this, where I'm not using the barricades. Not gonna do that anytime really soon, but you know, having them is cool. Alright. Go 1 and 2. Several of these are single piece, some of them are multi-piece. Yeah, 8 market stall items, and then 3 things that can be hanging. And I don't need any of these for this build. So, pretty cool. Extra bits for later. Anyone else hobbying tonight? These can go over to the bits box. I'm going to cut them out later. Put them in a little baggie instead of keeping them all on the sprue, because pretty big sprue for a couple little extra details. But got what I need off of that. I do like that at the end of the night I will have a fully built Baron's War starter. You know, it's going to be interesting when I finally get all of the Baron's War stuff built, painted. Because it's going to be a lot more than just these starter retinues. I'm gonna... I already know between the mounted sergeants and stuff, I'm gonna have a pretty large army, actually. Maybe too many. No such thing. But it is going to be a lot. Probably going to take a couple of the storage containers to hold everything. Ish. And an empty sprue. Okay. Most of these are going to clean up pretty quick. They're 1 to 2 pieces each. I have kind of filled the table. Trying to get through this build process quickly. I don't want to spend too much time. Be fun to get back to the painting back to after this, but can't paint the whole set if I don't build the whole set. Alright, another empty sprue. Okay. cleanup is fast on these. Good. So with this being the last stuff that needs built, do we continue painting Baron's War on Friday? Do we work on something else for a day? I still have 11 blue retinue to paint all of red retinue. Probably gonna clean, I don't know, 15 or so of these pieces, and then glue them together, and then continue cleaning, just so that I don't have as many piles of models. This is a little bit of a hard area to work in right now. Didn't leave myself very much space. Not that the pieces are very hard to figure out which goes where, but I mean, I'm going off of the side of the screen. I'll end up doing a right. Well, actually, I think I'm going to use the beige brown and do a dry brush on the ones that are already painted. Go from there, because some of them will need to go brighter. A lot of it will go darker. But I think that'll be a good start. Do love the fact that it comes with pieces of terrain. Not everyone's going to have medieval terrain options, and the fact that it comes with some is really kind of nice. Having it be able to create two different things, market stall and the barricades, pretty cool. Also means that I should probably look into some of those farm animal options that are out there. Go all in, have a nice table full of all the different things. Have the outskirts and the village be represented on the table. Yeah, let's just keep on. We gotta clean it all up anyway. I think having a little bit more table space would be good. These over. Just have a few more. Yeah. Changed my mind. I clean all of the multi-parts. Glue. Then I'll clean the parts. Well. Hey, I mean, as well, right? Yeah, I was just looking and I have like 10 more pieces that need to be cleaned that are multi-piece, and I can glue all of those, and then I don't have to worry about getting the glue back out. Well, until everything is built. And that means that all of the individual pieces will have time to cure before I have to mess with them. I think that's a good idea. Because I'm already cleaning them. I'm just going to continue. I know the building process isn't quite as fun as the painting process. You watching. It's part of the process. Gotta do it. So the other day I was talking about how Babylon 5 was releasing an episode every day or two. And I was actually enjoying the anticipation of an episode each time. People were like, what? Like, yeah, I've actually... It's fun to enjoy one episode and actually think about it and get the anticipation for the next episode. Kind of liking that they're, feeding one episode a day or two. Kind of nice change of pace. You don't have to wait months and months between half of a season. But you're also not just sitting there binging the whole thing and not really thinking about what you're watching. So. Now, does that mean if they were to just have all of them come out all at once that I would continue doing one a day? No. It's a nice change of pace, but I would probably just binge it. Maybe I'd try to limit it to 1 to 2 a day. I don't know. I probably won't need to figure that out. Or tea. And putting the water back on for more. Yeah, the soft tone definitely darkened them down a little bit. But I think it works still. The sergeants and the knights should be slightly more shiny anyway, right? How do you know he's the king? Well, in gut. Oh, right? Yeah. And that's the barrels. I still have market stalls to do. Feel a little bit thin for this kind of. I just need to place the blade. I don't know last time I did that. don't actually know if I did it after Armageddon. uh, Built several things since then. Doesn't look too dull. Well, I don't actually use the market stall part for this. It's actually kind of interesting. Okay. Let's glue these things together. fast is the... There we go. You know, it's kind of a slow night, right? So they give us baskets. And they give us extra heads. Just future project options there. Something cake. Hmm. Oh. Snowblind. Aces Snowblind is delayed until Q1. Union and Leopard dropships also delayed to Q1. Bug Mech Force Pack scheduled for Q1. Well, I guess I don't have to spend that money for the next couple of months. I'm gonna buy them. But it's sad to see that it's Q1. I mean, we're halfway through the year for that, you know. Oh well. Yeah, I should probably focus on painting the ones that I have, right? Yeah. Figured I'd share that news since I'm in the middle of gluing, and why not, right? Yeah, I'd like to go through my mech list and find a company for each inner sphere and a binary for each plan and get them painted up. I've been sitting on a bunch of those Battletech minis. Probably actually get some of them painted. So that'll probably be one of the projects in November. Oof. I'm already thinking about things that far out. Kind of scary. But if I have this going until the end of summer, it's a week away from October. I have plans for October already. So yeah, that puts it in November. It's gonna be wild. Probably do something before then. We'll see. These the same. Hmm. Yep, there is a left and right. Good thing I checked. Yeah, if anyone has any specific battle tech mechs that they're interested in me painting up in a certain color scheme, let me know. That is not standing straight. Alright. I think they're actually supposed to be bowed a little bit. Okay. It'll be fine. Alright. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The cabbage vendor's stall gets destroyed? I mean, really. Ow. Okay. Now I just have to clean these parts. Yep. Just hobbying along. I appreciate even the lurks. So, hope you're enjoying it. But, you know, like I said, I have to occasionally build to be able to paint it. Hmm. Yeah. Um, really enjoying the hobby part. See the progress being made. Get to fun with it. A lot of uses later on with it. Love that it has benches for the table, tables, barrels, baskets. So things in this. I'm almost unclear. There's a lot of parts here. cleaned. Flip the bigger than it is because it's 500. Now I take this one. I put that in backwards. Well, a little bit of glue, a little bit of pressure. And the bench. Here. Large barrel. Huh. Okay. Not enough barrels to go on there. Interesting. Enough glue, it'll go in, right? Well, I guess that barrel can work. That works, right? Any small gaps around here I can always just cover with the extra paste later. More concerned about it being secure at the moment. Oh, hoping to do something slightly different. This has slit the layout for it. Might as well. And I might as well use one. There. Over. And then this one. Oh. Yeah, I don't have the bin to use that. Interesting. And I don't actually see these being used, so... Wow. Huh. That is actually kind of interesting. actually doesn't have all of the pieces needed to do all of them. Hey, Flagon. How's it going? I'm finishing up the barricades today, building them. I got a soft tone wash on every guy I had already painted, just to add a little bit of grunge and detail. And now I'm just gluing bits to this. And realizing that I love them, how they come with these, but it's not enough to make all 8. So, like, they only give you 4 of the 18 potential spikes. And you need another crate for this that they don't give. And yeah, just trying to figure out what else is missing. Which is kind of sad because I really like them, but that's kind of a sadness, you know? There's enough that it'll still work, but I'll have to modify it a little bit. How have you been? You doing alright? If texture paste I'm going to put down eventually, so I'm okay with having a little bit of this not be textured. Just toss it down there. Not fair that way, or do I find a way? Ah, yeah. I know that feeling. I try not to take naps because of it. But yeah, sometimes adulting is just... I have one more of these. I've already used those and this. I guess I have tool in a basket and during stream I found out that the Battletech stuff that I've been wanting for a while is going to be delayed to Q1. So that's a little sad. Not for the hobby budget, but for the... I want them. Hey, if I complain to myself that I can't paint inside of this easily, it's because of right now. And the reason is it looked cool. I'll just prime inside of that. It'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm curious. I wonder how many of the datasheets that they haven't told us are going away have, you know, they're going to have more that are going to go away than what they've told us. Happens every edition. So, we'll see. I mean, they're rewriting how the things are... Yeah. They're rewriting how units work, even. So, you know, bought a unit of intercessors to sit on your home objective, sticky it. Well, now it isn't. No? So, it'll be what it is. I have no idea how I'm going to keep my pile of potential up to date, being that some of the units are not a unit anymore. Like, how do I list them now? Do I call them the new thing? Do I call them the old thing? Do I update their points or not? I don't know. Yeah, the Rhino tank chassis were still usable when Firstborn were gone, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Until we see the full thing, we don't really know. So the sacks seem to work well there. Yep. I agree with that. But they do what they do, and we never really know what they're planning until it's done, and I don't even think they do. So I just plan on calling them trucks for the while. The Rhino, Razorback, and Vindicator I own. If I just need to run a truck, I'll just grab them and put them on the table. Yeah, they're trucks. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Solvex! I'm doing alright. We did the wash on the peasants, and now I'm finishing up the barricades. And then I'm gonna actually do some of the dry brushing I need to do on the other 4 barricades that I already primed. So I wanted to get these ones built, so everything was built, and then go to that. Yeah, they made it sound like they were going to give a digital update before the codex change. so that they didn't have the whole half of an edition where they were T1 or Wound 1 dead of 2. So I expect it to happen at some point early on. Alright. There. That's completely different, right? Those look completely different, right? Still barricades. Whereas these two just have the spear difference. The stake. But that's good. Whoa. I'm dropping frames? That was weird. It didn't even say that it dropped frames, so... Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Barricades are cool, right? And I can get these primed at some point soon. Because I just finished building them. So these barricades go over there. The market stalls that I don't need can go over there. Future. Now, the build part of the night is done. And I can pull the other barricades over. Ha ha ha. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, Flagon. It would be nice if they did, but... Alright. I'm gonna take the beige brown. And a dry brush. And... yeah, they're definitely not going to do that. I really wish they would just... I don't have a problem so much about the codex. I don't have so much problem with the app. I have a problem with the both of them at the same time. Because you have to pay monthly for the rules, and you need to have the codex to have the rules. One or the other, I think, would be fine. But if they can make it work and get people to pay, I mean, I guess that's what they do, you know? I don't like it. Yeah, it does. Supposedly people were getting, issues where it was like it was showing that it had an extra unit in it, and it doesn't tell you when you have something wrong with it. And, yeah. I just don't like that there are certain rules that are locked behind the app. Like, why? If I want to play a game, I want to play a game. I don't know. It is what it is. This is probably not right enough, but I can do this and then I can do another dry brush. Yeah. I mean, half the rules are in the app. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, the honestly the new War Machine rules have too many things that can be uh, when you're setting up a game. It's a little bit too many options. But I don't know that I've only watched a couple of people play it, so I don't know exactly how it is. I need a better airbrush for this. What about this one? Will this work? This might work. Oof, guilty map. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Solvix. There's a reason I don't usually purchase GW books. Not that you really know how a book's going to be until you either see a review of it or you purchase it. Yeah, I saw that video about Armageddon going off sale. There's still plenty of them out there. A launch box, not a starter box, so... Based on what I've seen of it, and I don't own one, it looks like it would be the right thing for... how... I don't know how to say it. I think it's like a distant relative knows someone is interested in something, so they get a book type of thing. Yeah. It has a lot of the same information that the Combat Patrol magazine had, I think. Like the little bits and blurbs and stuff, but not really anything major. I don't know. I don't own one, so I'm just going off of what I've seen reviews and stuff. That makes sense. Yep. Well, it doesn't say it's the Combat Patrol rulebook. It says companion. I guess they could argue that that's never been what they meant to do with that. I don't know. It's just... it's not great. Well, that already looks a lot different, huh? Yeah. Yeah, the one dry brush, if I hit it with another one that's lighter, and then pick out a couple of colors, I think that's gonna be good. I don't even think I need to do much beyond that. We'll see how far I go with it. Yeah, that would have been a better investment. In fun. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I don't usually buy books from GW. If I find them used later on, for a good price, maybe, but don't usually have need of them immediately, especially. They're really cool. And the cool thing is that all of these parts, table and the wagon wheels and all that stuff, you can use them to make market as well. You can make a market stall and have the little things for sale, the breads and the cabbages and the fish. So it's not just the barricades even. I think it's a pretty cool set. It's definitely an added value that helped in the making the decision to purchase this set. Having a bunch of barricades definitely helps get the game going. Yeah, I am looking forward to doing all the extra knights and mounted sergeants and a couple of other retinues after this. but I am going to take a little bit of break after I'm done with the two 500-point ones, because October is coming up soon. Gotta do that. I'd like to paint some BattleTech soon. There's a lot more I want to do, and between the Voton unit that I want to have done by Monday and this set, kind of just doing those two things, not much else is getting done. So I could use a little bit of a smaller projects. I'm BattleTech. I went through some of the list and organized a few, but I still need to fill out those lances and stuff. Oh, Selvix, I found out earlier during stream that the Bug Company and Aerospace and Ace's Snowblind are all pushed back to Q1. What can you do, right? Yeah. So, gotta wait a little bit longer for them. Yeah. I mean, I still want them. I will still get them when they come out. It just means that I have longer to save for it, you know? I mean, it's fine. I have plenty of other things to be working on while I'm waiting. But I want them. So, yeah, whatever. More time to work on the other things. But yeah, I need to go through and find just a few more mechs for some of them, because like I have 8 chosen for one of the clans, and I'd rather do, 10 at a time. But maybe I should just focus on 5 at a time, 4 at a time if it's a lance. Even if I have 8 of them planned, maybe I should just do 4 at a time. I don't know. Gotta get that Leagues of Votan stuff done first. No rush, I guess. between having more time to work on the battle tech I already have and work on the drop fleet stuff, and you know, I'm not hurting for models. It's not like I don't have anything else to work on until the bug company, you know. I was looking forward to it. Okay. One more. One more barricade. And then I can change the color. Yeah, this is a little bit more fun um, than the cleanup was. The building was fun because I did, you know, kind of go wherever I felt like with some of the crates and everything. But cleanup took more. So it was just clean, you know, cutting and cleaning bits. Definitely better. Have any projects planned in the next couple of days? Okay. All right. Iron Hands, Chthonian Headhunters, Wave Serpent, and 12 boxes of cards to open. Okay. That's a selection of things to be done. I like it. Alright, so I just used the beige brown. Do I want to step up to cork brown, or do I want to go even brighter? I think cork brown will work. I can do an extremely light dry brush at the end with pale sand, but... Okay. I'm dropping frames again. Alright. Need this to not be as... Yeah, I'm still waiting to get some of the Gundam minis. I'm gonna wait until the starter boxes. I didn't get any of the cards. Cards first. Fair. Alright. So adding a little bit of highlight to it. Two different colors, one different color. You know? A little bit brighter. More lively. Probably gonna go over some of this with like a wash or paint to give it a little bit more depth, not just browns. But I gotta get it to that point first, you know? Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually getting this game on the table, trying it out sometime. I think I have a couple of people who are interested in trying it. Don't know if they'll invest in it, but you know, I'm fine with having the models, and if they are willing to play, you know. Yeah. I don't know how soon we might be able to get a game in, but, you know, being that I only have 16 painted and none of them based, yeah, you know. But yeah, yeah, I do plan on bringing them to the store, but I did a soft tone over them, and I think that gave a decent uh effect. They're a little bit dirtier, but some of their have a little bit more depth to them now. So I think that's fine. Still need to do the bases, but they're painted. Yeah. Yeah, I did the wash on them at the start of the stream, and then I built these 4 barricades, and now I'm painting the start of these ones. Not gonna finish them tonight, but I can at least try to get the dry brushes down, dry brush layers, and then I can come in and hit them with washes or speed paints or whatever and get them where I want them. Probably hit the... That's too bright. Hit the ironworks and stuff. Get that nice and... I don't know if I want to do metal or a rust or maybe just do a dark color wash over them. I don't know. There's several different ways I could go with it. So... But tonight I'm gonna get this pork brown layer and a pale sand layer dry brush down. Yeah. That should be good. That's 16 models washed, 4 pieces of terrain built, and 4 pieces of terrain half painted. A 3-hour period. That feels reasonable. Being that they're pieces of terrain, even if I get them to this level, they're technically fine. I could put them on the table and run them this way. But I don't really consider them done at this step. You know? Usable? Sure. Done? Nah. Alright. I gotta be careful with the tail sand. I don't want to overdo this. Yeah. I mean, part of the thing is, you know, try to get it not to be too watery. You don't want to overdo it. And also remember which dry brush you're using. I need this to be a lot less intense. I mean, that was the first dry brush, that's the second, that's the third. So I need this to be white, dry. So, yeah, still not. I'm gonna have to go back over this with a wash. Yep, that just changed that a bit. This particular part is going to get wash over it. Because I just did that to it. Oops. I thought I wiped enough of it off. Yeah. It's okay. I'll go back over it with probably a 1 part dark wood, 3 part water, speed paint. Get that back to being a little bit darker. And wheel, I'm gonna hit with the dark wood without watering it. It's gonna be a lot darker. Bone. I think I'll do that. But a nice big piece of wood. It can have a little bit of a highlight, right? This is how much I was hoping to have show up. See where I've hit it and where I haven't. But it's very subtle. instead of changing the whole color of the piece. Yeah. Okay. Thing is, it actually is making a difference. It does look better. I just need to be careful with it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do the rest of this dry brush on this one, and then I'm gonna find a place to raid out. So I'll catch you on there. And I don't know, I probably finished these on Friday. Give the dry brush a nice solid couple of days to dry off. Dry into the, whatever. Words. Figure out what I actually want to do for colors. Like, some of it I think I can do with a little bit of wash. Some I might want to change the color completely. But I think the dry brush itself is already a good atmosphere for barricades. Like, I could just leave them, but I'm not gonna just leave them. They need a little bit of color. Little splash of color. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to take away from the models. But a lot of this is natural wood or bags or baskets or barrels, and there'd be a little bit of weathering and color variation across them, so Gotta do something with it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Feel good about this. It was a decent night. Got a lot of stuff done. And a lot more things closer to where I need them to be. Progress, you know? Progress is great. So, managed to wash the 16 peasants. They're ready for basing now. Built 4 barricades. And then dry brushed up 4 other barricades. Like, these are perfectly acceptable on the table with these guys. But I think I could do a little bit more with the color variation. So, yeah. Thank you all for hanging out with me while I was painting. And, till the next time, hope you find your bit of bliss. Good night, all.